All right, here we go. Friday Night Smackdown top 10 moments for May 15, 2020.
Are you your own woman? Or are you just going to be Bailey's lackey and happy?
As much as she annoys me at times, she made a point. She made a thing, you know. This was actually a good match. And I'm glad that you know.
Did your learning disability keep you from learning how to put clothes on?
Hey, Johnny, if you got it, you might as well flaunt it.
He's great. I don't know where they're going with this. Now, that was clever. That's a la Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam between Bret Hart and Dave Boy Smith, and he did that very thing Dave Boy Smith did to get the pin. Look at Corey.
Yes.
Oh God, Corey. Didn't even play it.
Now driving Corbin right down in front of the announce table.
Is he like a tweener when it comes to being a commentator? You know, Corey Graves in between. Very good match, right? These two.
Now another standing switch and another one by Brian. Now dumping Brian over the top rope to the floor.
This will be a great rivalry, man. If one of the guys, whoever it is, becomes a heel, probably on the Gulak.
Here. Oh no! Can't believe it.
Okay.
Corbin just destroyed Elias's.
Once. Basic roll up. There you go. Good. You don't deserve anything, Corbin.
He can't get to the ropes, back to the center of the ring, trying to roll through now to the other side. Daniel Bryan has the hands clasped. The submission is complete.
Yeah, he was working on that knee all the time, so yeah. Definitely gonna make him tap out.
No.
And it's funny because Braun, the way he did the worm or the hamper, that thing, is when somebody doesn't know how to do it, they always do it that way. They go backwards. Look, he goes backwards. That was the worst caterpillar worm I've ever seen. I think Otis needs to maintain that. And this was great. Transition into a little power slam. Look at that. It's pretty smooth. I think he was trying to go for a DDT. What you got?
Here are your winners, Mr. Money in the Bank, Otis, and the Universal Champion.
You know what? Then what happened at the end? You know, it's like, had a little bit of thing, you know. So, what did I think about SmackDown? I liked it. You know, it had some good matches, had some good in-ring segments. As much as I don't like Charlotte in a sense of how she talks sometimes, I was thinking to myself, just about 30 minutes ago, I was thinking, before I did this video, I was going, Charlotte is trying to have the enunciation of a British royal. The way she over enunciates and she voice goes like that and goes like that. She talks. It's just like, I'm surprised when she walks in the ring, she doesn't do this. I guess Tyler Bate has that sewn up, right? That's what he does. But yeah, but when she was saying the things that she was saying to Sasha, she made her points. It actually made sense. And then what does Sasha do as soon as the segment's over, right? Little thing with Bailey, and they give themselves a little side hug. I'm like, is this how it's gonna always be? You see her with that look, you know. Sasha's like, she looks down, and she's kind of looking like she knows. And when are they gonna pull the trigger on this feud? They should. It needs to happen already. Next week, Charlotte and Sasha are going to go one-on-one. Oh no, not Sasha. What am I talking about? Champion versus champion is going to be Charlotte versus Bailey. That again, it's a great blessing that Becky is pregnant. She's going to have a baby. That's great. Great news for her and Seth. But that's one less four horsemen we have to deal with. Then we're gonna have to have those two. You know, it's like, I don't know. They need to do something about involving other people. You know, should it be a good match? I don't know. I'm not sure. But Bayley has classic matches with Sasha in the past in NXT, and I don't know if I can even recall a great match she's had. You know, she's had some great opponents for her title. You know, Lacey Evans and even Charlotte, even you know, others. But it's like, has there ever been really a great match with her since her NXT days? You know. Well, let's talk about the Intercontinental Championship tournament, the matches. We saw the match with Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. That right there could really be a eye raiser, in the sense that right there could be a future feud. Let's say Daniel Bryan goes on to win the title. Drew Gulak might become jealous. He might attack Bryan during a match, and then maybe that's what's going to facilitate a rivalry between each other and also in themselves, and also a title match. Because you saw what they did in their opening round. Great match, you know, two technical guys, two great wrestlers. Matt, you know, they're mat based. You know, they could do some high flying shit too, but they usually are on the mat. And they went hole for hole, and it was really great. In the end, you know, Daniel Bryan gets the knee lock on, and that was it. Because he was working on that very knee of Drew Gulak the whole match. So then we had Elias and Corbin. Anybody beats Corbin's fine with me, because Corbin has already run his course. He needs to go away, reset, come back, because it's not working anymore. The King, how has the King of the Ring ever really meant anything in recent years? No, it's just a match to win and a fake title to have. You know, even when the Macho Man, at least he turned something great with being a King of the Ring. But you don't have guys like Bret Hart no more, you know, and you know, Triple H, and those that won it during that great era where the King of the Ring meant something, you know. So I had to admit though that in the last couple of weeks, Corbin has looked good in the ring. For some reason, I don't know if it's because I just don't know what it is, but oftentimes it's just like snooze inducing. You know, it's like, enough already, you know? Do something or don't do anything, you know? Pull the trigger on that guy or send him away, reset, come back. Enough with the King Corbin thing. Why don't you do something with your Golden Gloves boxing background, you know? You're a champion, 3-time champion, Corbin. You know, do something with that. Go around knocking people out. Challenge people to boxing matches. Challenge people to street fights, like it's only fists. You know what I mean? Do something like that. You know. And one more thing I'll talk about, and that is Otis. Otis was on the Miz TV, who was there also. Miz was there with John Morrison, and they had him on, Otis as a guest, and they were showing him his growing up as a baby, a little kid. I also had a little bit of a picture there with his mother. They're trying to rib him, but he was really taking it. You know, he was really taking it with good stride. Otis was. He wasn't affecting him. And then they decided to challenge him to a tag team match, and they were thinking, hey, you're not going to get a champion, because even a challenger, because no one likes you. He was going around, even approached Sheamus. Sheamus of all people. The guy is one-track minded now. He doesn't want to deal with nobody. He doesn't want to be in a tag team. He's not in a tag team with Sheamus. I mean, with Cesaro. But then he ends up, bumping into his girl, Mandy. And Mandy goes, how about you ask Braun? He asks Braun. Braun says he's going to think about it. And then he ends up showing up, and they tag out. They tag team. it was a pretty rudimentary tag team match. We saw some highlights there with the whole worm thing, and Braun with an amazing, like I said during the reaction part, I think Morrison was going for a DDT, and then Braun was able to just catch him in mid spin as Morrison was trying to do the move, hits the power slam, and that right there is something that I've never seen Braun do, where he's able to take an offensive move and transition it into a move of his own to hit the power slam, and that was well done, very smooth, very fluid. And then Mandy Rose comes out while Otis and Braun are celebrating, and he's distracted because Braun is by Mandy. Why wouldn't he? Who wouldn't be distracted by that beautiful girl? And then Otis puts the briefcase down and like this, and then Braun turns around and he's like this, just having fun. And Braun's like, okay. Then they do this little thing, and then all that. Now, is that how he's going to do it? I mean, that right there is a little shady. That's a shady type of thing to do. So it's like he would have to be turning heel to do that. He would have to be turning heel. Otis would to be doing that, because that's kind of like nothing thing that a babyface does. But the question is when is he going to cash it in? Is it going to be in that situation where he's in a match with somebody? I mean, they already did it, so they can't do that. It'll just be repetitive. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if WWE did that again next week. They keep milking it week to week that, is he going to turn on Braun? They're going to be good friends. They're going to be tag team partners, right? And I don't know, because I don't see Otis being somebody who during a pay-per-view and someone's all tired and all that he comes in, because the way that it was done, the way he won it was so out of left field. You know what I mean? It's something that nobody expected, and even the Miz brought up, because you didn't even climb the ladder, you caught it. It's like, so it had to be something that no one's expecting, in the sense that something different than just someone coming out after a champion has had his match and he's tired and he's worn out. I don't know what that would be, but this is for something that is like up in the air. Who knows when he's going to cash it in and how? I mean, nobody knows when, of course, but how is he going to cash it? That's the question. But I just don't see Otis becoming a Universal Champion. He might end up being one of the guys that fails, or how about this? He goes to NXT. I mean, they should make it to where, like in the Royal Rumble, you can pick any champion, right? I mean, they did that with the women. They didn't do it with the men. I mean, you didn't see Drew McIntyre challenge for the NXT Championship. I mean, even though he was one-track minded, he wanted the WWE Championship. But they could do that with the Money in the Bank. They should. Or my thing is that the next year's Money in the Bank, how about you do 2 from SmackDown, 2 from Raw, and 2 from NXT? Then at least you can say that, well, you can challenge for the. I guess that's the reason why they had, 3 SmackDown, 3 Raw, because you have a split. You have a 50-50 shot at winning it and going after your brand's title. But I hear that they're going to be removing the brand pretty soon. I mean, Corbin's supposed to be coming on Raw and facing Drew McIntyre, because Drew made the challenge. So they're looking like they're going away from it. So I could definitely see Otis going after the NXT Championship. You imagine, he would do it this way. Adam Cole saying that he's beat everybody in NXT. No one can compare. No one can measure up to the champ. And then it comes to Otis with the briefcase. And I think the Otis would be the straight up right in front of you kind of person, honest person. He'll just be like, this is the briefcase, he'll give it to the referee. I want to challenge you right now for your championship. I think that's what Otis would do. But he might do that with on SmackDown, so we'll see. But the SmackDown was good. I enjoyed it. Not really a bad moment. Not really for me. I can't think of anything that made me go, holy shit, man. You know what I mean? I mean, Charlotte was talking, you know, I was like, it's the tone of her voice, the way she enunciates, the way she, like that. And then when, when Sasha and Bailey were in there, then she kind of eased up on that tone of voice that she does, and she's talking pretty normal and trying to stir shit up, you know. But let's see what happens with that match with Bailey and Charlotte, tag champion versus champion. Or maybe they'll blow the roof off, and maybe it'll be a great match. But we're gonna also see some matches for some more matches for the first round. We have AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Great. That's going to be a revisit of a classic rivalry that they had that culminated at WrestleMania. Shinsuke should have won, but that's how it went. And then we have the feud, actually something now being put up to kind of make the feud even more interesting, and that is that it's going to be Jeff Hardy and Sheamus in the first round as well. So we'll see what happens there. What are my predictions? I'm thinking AJ is going to win. You know, this is the one title that he has not ever won yet. He's won every title. Every major title, I should say. To be a Triple Crown champion, yeah, he would. Well, not really. If he wants the Intercontinental title, then he would have to get the tag team title as well. But he's going to be, so him, and then with the Sheamus and Jeff Hardy, I'm going to go with Jeff Hardy, because Jeff Hardy had some momentum when he, had a brawl with Sheamus last week. So I'm thinking they'll continue that. They're going to continue that, and then I believe that Jeff will go on to win it, but that's going a little bit too far right now. Just let's go week to week. Let's go bracket to bracket, and we'll see how the tournament goes. I mean, I like the people that they put in the tournament, and it's a very, very it was very well done, the two matches that they had this week. So, well, that's my video for the top 10 Friday Night Smackdown moments for May 15, 2020. And also I gave you my thoughts on the show itself. Well, that's that. And for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. Checked out my video, I should say, and I appreciate it. And in closing, as always, take care. Please remember to subscribe, click like, and click the bell icon for all notifications on this channel.